Hey, okay, Grandmaster Danny Passmore in our book, Martial Arts, and we're getting into con games, emotional con games. And first, let's start with explaining what a con game is, all right? And when we talk about con, we're talking about confidence. A con man, someone who gains your confidence quickly and then betrays your trust. Usually, we think about a car salesman or somebody that um, talks your sweet granny into her life savings and then disappears with it. Um, Cons. Now, I'm going to just read a little bit from the book because it explains it better than I can stumble across trying to just say it. So, whether these self-serving desires for personal gratification are based on money, sex, pride, status, ego, power, or other reasons, it's total control that the con man or con woman, the abuser, seeks. And sex is often involved. All right. In some cases, the control is used for sex, or sex is used for control. And then you have to remember now, uh, it's only a con if the woman is innocent, right, and not playing the victim in herself, being the one that's participating in the con or being the con, right? Now, a lot of us have done this type of stuff, and we didn't even know it. And in the book, when you get the book, it'll explain explicitly how you can recognize this. But these are things that we may have picked up from an uncle or a parent or step parent or on TV, some type of role model that we don't even realize we're doing. Okay? You know, and it's easy to blame society or your parents or role models, but the thing is, the bottom line is we have to be accountable to our own decisions and actions. Right? Um, the biggest stress to solving the problem, the people who embrace the conning lifestyle to meet their own selfish needs and wants, those who refuse to search their own true motives and insist that they're innocent or believe that the ends justify the means, all is fair in love and war, that it's okay to take advantage of people if you win. Uh, it's not, okay? And there are particular tactics that the con will use. And for the word con, I'll probably call them a player or a groomer, um, because that's what they are. And we're talking about people who knowingly do this. Now, if you recognize yourself doing some of these traits, you can stop it. All right, you can name it, claim it, and tame it. Recognize it. Recognize that you're doing it. Own up to it and admit to it. Right, and then find ways to stop. In the book, it'll help you. It'll explain that type of thing. And one thing you need to remember is age does matter. That age doesn't matter stuff, that's a bunch of horse feathers. Age does matter. I asked a girl one time, she's 10 years old. I said, would you date a 15-year-old boy? She said, yeah. I said, would you date a 5-year-old boy? She said, no way. I said, look, you being 10 years old, you could manipulate a 5-year-old boy into thinking whatever you wanted him to think and doing whatever you wanted him to do, right? She said, yeah. I said, a 15-year-old boy can do the same thing with you. And you know what her response was? Well, I didn't know I was going to get a lecture. We can only help people if they want to be helped, if they want to see it. Okay? She just wasn't ready at the time. But maybe that sunk in and stuck with her for later in life. I hope so. But when the student is ready, the master will appear. So age does matter. And the first con game we're going to talk about is jealousy and possessiveness. As some of the things that a person will do that behaves in this manner, and you can know if you're a victim of this or if you are being a victimizer of it, is act out in a jealous rage, monitor emails, phone calls, text messages, caller ID, checks the odometer on your car, tells how many miles you've traveled, because they know exactly how far it is for you to go to work or go to the store and come home. Opens your mail, controls your friendships, attempts to emotionally or physically hurt someone that they're jealous of. All right? And I've seen this a lot. They control how you dress, how you behave, your hairstyle. And listen, I'm not just talking about guys doing this with girls. Girls do this. High school girls are the worst. If you want to be part of the clique, you have to dress a certain way, wear your hair a certain way, only be friends with the right people. And you can't outdo the leader. All right? And usually these kids are just little miniatures of their parents. So if you catch yourself in one of these behaviors, name it. Ask yourself, why are you jealous? Do you not trust your girlfriend or boyfriend? All right? Are you afraid of losing something? Are you afraid of losing respect? Are you afraid of losing the relationship? Are you afraid of losing control over them? All right? Now, make a list of the things that make you jealous. That's a good way to start. Getting a pen and paper out and writing things down is helpful for us because we can look at it and be honest with ourselves. And because I can lie to myself. I don't know about you. I can lie to myself until I believe it. All right? After you've made your list and you recognize the traits in you, claim it. Own it. It's yours. You did that. Acknowledge it to yourself. All right? And then tame it. Express your feelings. And when we get to social skills, we'll talk about ways to express your feelings because guys need help with that. We don't do well at expressing our feelings. I'm going to help you with that. All right? Just keep watching videos. Okay. When you may be trying to make the other one jealous and the ploy's working. So if you keep it at a friendship level, don't take your relationship too fast. Keep it at a friendship. Let it develop slowly over time. Remember this. Better a casserole than a fast food hamburger. All right? Casserole takes a long time to prepare, but it's worth the wait. So is a healthy relationship. All right? Now, that's all for this one. All I did was hit the highlights. When the book comes out, you get a copy of it. If you really want one quick, I've got a couple of boxes of books. I'll mail you one. All right? Don't worry about it. I'll cover the cost. But when they come out, the new edition, get you a copy. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is insecurity. So that'll be coming up real quick. Thanks for tuning in. Tell somebody about it. Spread the word. All right? God bless.